Today, we're talking about a topic that has gone from science fiction to very real and approaching possibility, the AI singularity. Expert predictions for when artificial intelligence will surpass human intellect have been drastically cut short, moving from 2060 to as early as 2030. And even earlier. Yeah. Some people are predicting within 3 months. We're going to break down what's driving this change, what it means for you, and why this conversation is one of the most important of our time. What's going on here, John?
Yeah, so think of it like this. Imagine if your smartphone suddenly became smart enough to do any job a human can do, write novels, conduct scientific research, diagnose diseases, or even improve itself to become even smarter. So that's essentially what AGI, or artificial general intelligence, means. But the singularity goes one step further. It's when AI becomes so intelligent that it triggers runaway technological growth, fundamentally transforming human civilization in ways we can't predict. Think of it like the Terminator, like Skynet. That's where we're headed. And James Cameron even said he's warned us about this. So I don't know if we can call it excitement, but it comes from recent breakthroughs in large language models like ChatGPT, Claude, and others, which have surprised even experts with their capabilities. However, there's massive disagreement. Some experts say we're on the verge of this breakthrough, while others argue we're nowhere close and may never ever get there with the current technology. So a macro analysis of surveys over the past 15 years reveals a dramatic shift, like you said, in expert predictions. So before the arrival of LLMs, and this is, you said this, scientists in 2019 predicted AGI around 2060. Current surveys of AI researchers now predict AGI around 2040. But just a few years before the rapid advancements in LLMs, scientists were predicting around 2060. Entrepreneurs are even more bullish, and they're predicting it around 2030. And the most aggressive timeline comes from my favorite LLM, which is Anthropic CEO Dario Amodei, who predicts AGI will be achieved by 2026 or 2027, and that's based on extrapolated curves of AI model progression. So what do you think about these timelines? What do you think about the singularity? Like, should we be scared? What are your thoughts, Craig?
Well, Sam Altman suggests that his gentle singularity framework suggests that the approach envisions a gradual transformation through cognitive AI agents by 2025 and 2026 rather than a sudden change. So it suggests a smoother transition that gives society time to adapt and say, here we are in 2026, 2027, and AI is here. And we say AI here, it's artificial general intelligence that would be able to learn, reason, and create beyond our capabilities, potentially leading to the explosion of technological growth that we can't predict or control when it becomes smarter than humans in every way.
Yeah.
So yeah, this represents a fundamental turning point in humanity. Surpassing human intelligence could help us solve world's biggest problems like climate change and disease. However, it also brings major risks like economic disruption and ensuring that such powerful AI remains safe and aligned with human values.
Yeah,
in the short term.
Go ahead.
No, good.
So I haven't used DeepSeek R1, but that's one of the ones that represents a huge shift. So it's the first open source model that actually validates that advanced reasoning capabilities can be developed purely through reinforcement learning without pre-labeled data sets. So the model learns through trial and error, refining its behavior based solely on feedback from solutions it generates, which demonstrates a potential scaling regime with zero human bottlenecks. So that's one that really that I've never used. I don't know if you use DeepSeek, but that's part of the reason why we're advancing so fast.
Yeah, I've used DeepSeek. I don't use it all the time, but I use it from time to time. I find I'm circling Claude, Gemini, and ChatGPT most now.
Yeah, and Meta's chief AI scientist, so kind of counter argument on this. So he argues that LLMs are severely restricted by their reliance on texts. So he's saying that we're easily fooled into thinking they are intelligent because of their fluency with language, but really their understanding of reality is very superficial. So he estimates a typical 4-year-old has seen 50 times more data than the world's biggest LLMs through interaction with the physical world. So he identifies 4 shortcomings: lack of understanding of the physical world, absence of persistent memory, inability to truly reason, and lack of planning capabilities. So he argues that these are fundamental architecture limitations that can't be overcome by scaling. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I think he's right. Traditional computing, however,
Yes.
as soon as we introduce quantum computing and AI together, I think that changes.
Or these brain chips too.
Yeah, the massive parallel processing, the complex optimization, pattern recognition, and simulation capabilities, and the fact that we're dealing with qubits, not just bits, we can really now, I think, get to a point where we might get to a singularity. I don't think we can get to a human level intelligence that's truly that way without quantum computing. Do you think that's true, or do you think?
I agree. I agree because of the complexity of the human brain and the amount of, like you said, parallel synapses firing at once, the billions of neurons in a human brain compared to, I don't know, some transistors on a chip, which can't achieve. But we did cover some brain on chips, which I think might get us closer, other than quantum. So that's where I stand on that. But yeah, quantum, I think will just expedite this once it's validated.
Yeah, this is leading to Skynet in the end, because as soon as the AI is more intelligent than us, then why would it listen to us? Exactly. And you start to think about down that road and what it takes over, and think about some of the stuff that we've actually covered, like the one I bring up all the time now is the Fury drone, the fully autonomous AI controlled air-to-air fighting machine.
Yeah.
Hello, as soon as that, we have quantum and AI that is smarter than us, it can decide what to do with all these killing machines we've built, right? And that's when Skynet takes over. And that's my doom and gloom message. But I think it's cool. They've been talking about this for a while. There is the other side of this that says it's never going to happen. We are close to the edge of what AI can do, and that we're going to see a huge shift in this bubble crashing as we start to hit a limit in the next year or so of what it can actually accomplish.
Yeah. And Gary Marcus has reported that OpenAI's upcoming Orion model is showing that GPT improvements are slowing down. And so I don't disagree with him. I don't feel like there's the big leaps from version 3 to version 4, version 2 to version 3 that we had. I don't know if that's just I don't know what the issue is with that. What the bottleneck is, or what the hindrance is, but I agree with him there. And so unless like you said, there's quantum computing that gets introduced, or some sort of new chip technology, I think I kind of agree with him. It might start slowing down, but I could be wrong. Like, there could be working on something that we have no clue, and they could have had a breakthrough, right? What we don't know.
Yeah, and it seems like they have breakthroughs all the time, so it's really hard for us to, we see it slowing down, experts see it slowing down, but also experts say it's speeding up. I talk to AI investors, and they're all excited, and when I say, it seems like we're at a race to the bottom, they look at me funny. When I'm like, well, everyone starts out with a $200 a month or $300, and then next thing you know, we're down to $20 because all the other competitors are dropping the price, and none of the software companies are making money. So at some point, the dam's going to break. What does that mean exactly, and what it's going to look like? Like, AI is not going away. I just think there won't be a billion AI companies. There'll only be 1,000 of them, or what have you, or Right? What's it look like after
Yeah.
the bubble bursts and the trillions of dollars of investment start to dry up?
Yeah. So the godfather of AI, Jeffrey Hinton, he estimates that there's a 10 to 20% chance that advanced AI could wipe out humanity within decades. So
yeah, and we'll stay on top of that because I bet you if he's still alive in 5 years, that number will go up.
yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So the timeline is shrinking and the stakes are getting higher. The key takeaway isn't to fixate on an exact date, but to recognize that the transformation is already underway. Building the capacity to adapt as individuals, companies, and as society is the most critical work we can do right now to navigate the future that's arriving much faster than we ever thought it could. Leave us your thoughts. So what do you got going on, John?
Yeah, well, just helping companies secure government funding. So, it's a great time to reach out if you have any questions. How about you, Craig?
Well, there's a lot going on over at flowgrammer.ca. We're doing automation and AI and business processes. We do events, but we're really ramping our business up. And check out all the things we're doing over there. If you're interested in business automation, we've got community events where we're teaching everyone. We do an online, and we're about to launch our new resource center, flowgrammers.ca, which might be out when some of these are out. Other than that, check out for everything we do. Our monthly startup investor drinks, where you get to pitch to the crowd, business owners and investors, and have real conversations and make real connections. So for all those things, check out TorontoStarts.com. And for everything else, anything else, John, before we say goodbye?
No, just reach out to me on LinkedIn, John Irwin, if you want.
John Irwin on LinkedIn. Thanks, everyone. We'll talk to you